Guys, both online and offline, good morning. Please check your audio and video settings, please. Why I'm not able to see my video? What's happening? Okay, some camera off it seems. Yeah, guys. Select operations using CRUD operation. These many methods are there for select operations. I think Zoom is updated, it seems a little bit. We have a lot of methods for these many select operations or not, guys. Oh, this is a minimum size of window. Okay, we cannot change. Yeah, we discussed yesterday find all by ID, exist by ID, count. What is left? Find by ID. What's the parameter of that method? ID value. Okay, what is the return type of the method? Optionality. But actually, based on the given ID value, how many records will be there in the DB table? One record. Representing one record, one object of entity class will come. But are we getting this entity class object as a direct return value for find by ID? No. How does it comes? In the form of optional object having entity object, right, guys? In the form of optional object having entity object. What's the advantage of optional object, guys? Okay. When method return type is class name, the method has to return either object or null. But when a null is written, and if you try to call the method using that reference variable, that pointing to null, you will get null pointer exception. To overcome that problem, what we take? Method return type as what? Optional T. Okay. Either method returns optional with the entity object or empty optional object. So it becomes easy to check whether expected object has come or not inside the optional object. And we can avoid null pointer exceptions or not. Definitely we can avoid null pointer exceptions or not. Look at the problem part first. Need of optional API I'm teaching. Problem. This is the problem, guys. Public student gets student by ID into ID. If ID greater than 0, return new student. 101 Raja, this one. Things are positive, student object. Otherwise, null. Method call. Student ST is equal to get student by ID minus 1. What I will get? Null. Into which variable? ST. In that situation, if I call ST dot get average greater than or equal to 75, it will throw null pointer exception or not, guys? It will throw null pointer exception or not? I want reply, boss. It will definitely throw null pointer exception or not, guys? I want reply. That's why if the method is returning null or certain object directly, there is a possibility of getting what exception, guys? Null pointer exception after invoking the method. So don't get required object from method call directly. Come on, guys. Get that object into another container object called what, guys? Optional object given by Java 8. Optional API provides lots of method to check whether the expected object has come or not. Using them, we can avoid what? Null pointer exception maximum. We can avoid null pointer exception maximum. Yeah, optional object is holding student object. OPT dot is present gives true if object is available. How to get object from optional object? OPT dot get. Come on, guys. Okay. If optional object is empty object, OPT dot empty returns true. Is present returns false. Okay. One optional object can hold one object at a time, or it can remain empty. So inside optional object, how many other objects you can keep, guys? Only one object. Yeah. Improvised code, guys. public optional student, not return type student. This time, get a student into ID. If ID greater than 0, positive number. Return optional dot of new student of some argument. So that first of all, student object is created. Optional dot of create optional object having this given student object. Having this what? Given student object. Is that clear, boss? Super. Tell me here what is there. Return optional dot of new student 101 Raja Hyderabad 78.76. So new student object is kept inside the optional object if things are positive. Else optional dot empty. Okay, here what I'm going to read to optional student OPT get student by ID 101 positive number. OPT dot is present. I'm getting that object or not. Else I'm going to say student not found or not, guys. Is there any chance of getting null pointer exception here? Look at complete code, guys. Look at the complete code. It's a proper executing code, guys. To place given object inside optional object. Okay, optional dot. Use optional dot of method. This is student object. Optional OPT is equal to what? Optional dot of AST. Example, optional API test. Get date by month. Get date by month. Okay, guys. Now tell me. NO I have given. If NO is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 12, I am returning optional object having date object. Otherwise, I am returning empty optional object, guys. Empty optional object. So here is my what, guys? I passed how much? Minus 12. So I will get optional object as empty object. So OPT dot present false. Invalid month is coming now, boss. Come on. If I give positive number, what happened? I'll get optional object having date object. Okay, from there, I'm getting date class object from optional object, OPT dot get. Lastly, received object is D, guys. Lastly, what is there? Received object is D. Lastly, what is there, guys? Received object is D. Is that clear, my dear? So ultimately, using optional API, our object is expected. We can check whether object came or not properly without raising possibility of getting null point exception. Without raising possibility of getting, yeah, now tell me, find by ID. I have given correct ID value for which record is there in the DB table. Then what happens? This method return optional object having entity object matching with the ID value. Not there, guys. This method returns empty optional object or not. This method simply returns what object, guys? Empty optional object. What do you say, guys? This method simply returns what, guys? Empty optional object. So basically, this is there to get the record based on the given ID value in the form of entity object. But the entity object won't come directly. That will come by keeping into what? Optional object. That will come by keeping in what object, guys? Optional object. Is that clear? Let's test it, guys. Let's design and test the application. (901 PB, right? Yeah, this is crew repository, guys. Yeah, here is my service class, guys. Okay, what should I do now? Okay, you have to install Project Lombok plugin in Eclipse IDE. Still not coming, you write getter setter method manually. In Eclipse IDE, option is there to generate getter setter method. Right click on the Java bean class, source, generate getter setter method option is there. You can use that option. Okay. Public, guys, public optional. Okay. Stock info. Public optional stock info. Stock, show stock details by ID. By stock ID. Show stock details by ID, boss. Super. Yes, boss. Tell me. Show stock details by ID. After that, what is next, guys? Optional stock info. What is there? OPT. Optional stock info OPT. Tell me here. Stock repo dot find by ID. Find by ID. Return OPT, guys. What is there? Return. I'll try to give in multiple flavors. Don't worry. Go to the runner class, boss. Simply go to the runner class. Try block. Catch. Exception E dot print stack address. Optional OPT is equal to, right? Optional stock info OPT. Optional stock info OPT is equal to, tell me, guys. Next one, tell me. Okay, stock service dot, what dot, guys? Stock service dot show stock details by ID. So stock details by ID. What's the number, guys? 101. Super. 1001 is there? Huh? Yeah. Yes, guys. Tell me here what is there. OPT dot is present. If it is present. Okay. Tell me. 1001 stock details. 1001 stock details. What is that? OPT dot get. OPT dot get. Tell me next. Sys out. Tell me, guys. Stock not found. What not found, guys? Stock not found. Yeah, this is the code I have written. So let's see, guys. Let's run the application. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Guys. Yeah. 1001 stock details has come now. One record has come here. Let me give the number which is not there. Save it. Right click, run as Java application. Stock not found, guys. What's the message we are getting here? Stock not found message we are getting here. Did you notice it, guys? Super. This is the one version, guys. This is the one version. Let me go for another version of the same method. Otherwise, let it be same method. I would like to implement in one more version. Yeah. Let's see. Copy these guys, paste it. Copy this, paste it. Tell me. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, 1 minute. Otherwise, let's not disturb these things. We'll keep this as it is. We'll keep this as it is. Okay. We'll take one more method, guys. Whose return type is, let's see what I'm doing. Whose return type is stock info, nothing else. Whose return type is stock info. Okay. Fetch stock details by ID. Method is different, guys. What is this? Whose return type is stock info. Fetch stock details by ID, right, boss? Fetch stock details by ID, int ID. There is a direct method, guys. Okay. This is very interesting. Okay, now listen. Optional stock info. Optional stock info. OPT is equal to tell me what is the one I should call, guys? Stock repo dot find by ID. ID. Okay. Now of OPT dot is present is true. OPT dot is present is true. If that returns a true value, guys, then what is the one? Okay, here, what I'm going to do. Stock info is equal to OPT dot get. How to get object from optional object? Get method. Return info. What is there, guys? Return info. Else. Else. Okay, I'm going to throw the exception. Throw new. What is there? Illegal argument exception. Illegal argument exception. What is that, guys? Invalid stock ID. Invalid stock ID. Clear, boss? Perfect. Yeah. If everything goes smoothly, stock info object comes. Otherwise, we'll get exception there or not. Otherwise, we'll definitely get exception there or not. I want reply, boss. Come on. Okay. Now tell me here, what is there? Try block. Yes. Here is my try block or not, guys. Come on, everyone. Yeah, try block here. So here, what is there? Stock info. What is, guys? Stock info is equal to stock service dot. Come on. Stock service dot. Stock service dot. Fetch stock details by ID. How much I am passing? 1,000. How much I am passing, guys? 1,001. Sys out. What is there? Info. If not there, we are getting exception now, boss. Catch. What is there? Exception E. What is there, guys? E dot print stack trace. E dot print stack trace. Before that, sys out. E dot get message. E dot get message. E dot get message. Understanding my statement, boss? Come on. Right click, run as Java application. 1001 is there, that's why it's coming. 1001 is there, that's why it's coming. 101 is there, boss? Not there. So when you run this one, 101, you will get exception or not, guys. Run as Java application. We are getting exception now, boss. Come on. Invalid. Invalid stock ID. Invalid stock ID. I hope you are comfortable, guys. Come on. Okay. Now, one more version of this one I will give. Actually, instead of that, same version, it is looking like we have written multiple lines of code. Okay. Same thing we can improvise, guys. Check it out. Return. What is that? Stock repo dot find by ID. Return stock repo dot find by ID. Come on, guys. Stock repo dot find by ID. If okay, find by ID if there, or else throw. What is that? Or else throw. If not there, throw the exception. See, that's what I am doing that one now. Things are smoothly returning object. Otherwise, throwing the exception. Okay. So instead of writing those many lines of code, we can write the same story like this. Check it out. Lambda expression. Tell me here, new. What is that? Illegal argument exception. Invalid stock ID. What ID, guys? Invalid stock ID. Invalid stock ID. Is that clear, my dear? Come on, I want reply from you people. Sir, return type is student, na? Find by ID return optional object. Don't worry. In this case, once you call or else throw, though optional object comes, it calls get method and returns what? Stock info object. Simply returns what? Stock info object. Understanding? Same method call, but in a different temper. Single line statement I have given. I have simply given it as what? Single line statement. Here we got the exception here. What do you say, guys? Invalid stock ID. Okay, now let me give the correct stock ID here. 1001. What is there? 1001. Save this one, boss. Right click, guys. Run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. I hope you got it. So instead of writing 4 5 lines of code, I have used one more thing, or else. Like this, how many methods are there in optional API? In optional API, a lot of methods are there, guys. So look at it. These are the possible thing. Flat map, get, hash code, is present, or else, is empty, is present, map, off, nullable, or else get. So we have a lot of methods to call or not, guys. Okay. I'll give you what is the best version, guys. This is the best version. If everything goes smoothly, return the object. Otherwise, throw the exception. Okay. One more. Let me give one more version of writing the same method. I'm going to take string only. String as the return type directly here. Okay. Find stock details by ID into ID. Find stock details by ID int ID was. Yeah, here stock management service IMPL was. What is that? Stock management service IMPL, guys. So here I want return string value, boss. Let's see what I'm going to do. Optional stock info. OPT is equal to stock repo dot find by ID. Come on, guys. ID. Find by ID, ID. Tell me here what is there. If OPT dot is present, return, tell me, ID, stock details are, stock details are, what is there, guys? OPT dot get. OPT dot get. Else block condition is what, guys? Else block. Indirectly, that return statement acts as a welcome. Okay. ID, stock ID is not found. ID, stock ID is not found. Everything I am planning to return as a string value here, nothing great. Everything we are planning to return as what? String. Yeah, string plus object is string only na. String plus any numeric value also string. Anything plus string also string only. That's the reason. Okay, go for it. Crude repository test runner, guys. Try, guys. What is that? Try, guys. After that, what next, guys? Stock info is equal to here what? String message is equal to, come on. Stock service dot find stock details by ID 1001. Sysout message. Catch. Exception E. E dot print stack place. What's the message we're printing? E dot print stack. Let's run the application now. Yeah, right click, run as Java application. Simply run as Java application. Did I call the method, guys? Yes, I called. So 1001 is given, 1001 output is coming or not? I'll give wrong ID, guys. 11 I am passing. For that one, record not found message should come now. For that one, definitely record not found message should come now, boss. 11 stock ID is not found. Clear. I think ultimately find ID is what? Taking the given ID, contacts the database, executes the select query by submitting ID value as the condition value. It selects the single record or no record. The second single record will be stored into entity object. Entity object is placed in what? Optional object. That optional object having entity object will be returned or not. If record not found, what it will do? It returns an empty optional object, guys. It returns what? An empty optional object. Understood, guys? So in this case, we can avoid null pointer exception forever. Yeah, I have given multiple angles. Doctor as the return type. With exception, the best version I said, come on, guys. Okay, the best version I said. Here what I used or else. Here what I used or else throw. Yeah, what is the difference between guys? Or else will return one more object of entity class only. Okay, now listen. Hmm. If if a given ID is found, I want to give real stock object, real stock information, guys. Otherwise, I want to give one dummy stock object. I don't want to throw exception this time. I'm interested to throw what? Dummy stock object. Listen, doctor is available, doctor will attend patient. If not available, duty doctor will attend the patient or not. If I am available, I'll take the class, right? If I'm not available, so I will ask to or spend time in the lab or not. So one or the default activity I can set or not, guys. Instead of throwing exception, you may think about this possibility also. Call someone, guys. This is making a lot of noise. Please call someone. So for that one, we have to use what? Or else. So what is my thought process? Very simple, guys. If everything goes smoothly, I will get the real stock object based on the given stock ID. If something goes wrongly, guys, come on. I want to give dummy stock object. Dummy stock object. Let's see. Are these so nice? Chudu? I want to return what, guys? Dummy stock object. Shall we see that or else model also? Public stock info. Public stock info. Tell me. Display or get any name you can take this. Display stock details by ID. Stock details by ID. Display stock details by ID. Okay. Now here is my stock service IMPL. Display stock details by ID. Yeah. Tell me here what is there. First of all, everything goes smoothly, real object. Otherwise, dummy object I want to return. Okay, guys. Now listen carefully what I'm going to do. Stock info. Info is equal to stock repo dot find by ID. Find by ID. If given ID is all available, it happily returns what? Optional object. From there, it returns what? Entity object. I'm storing into info property, right, guys? Or else, or else also expecting what, guys? Stock info only, right? Or else, here what I'm going to do, new stock info of, new stock info of, what is there? Dummy stock, triple X, stock type, triple Y, exchange name, PS. Remaining things null we don't take, guys, leave it. Remaining things null we don't take, guys, leave it. Here is my what? Info. Here is my info. Tell me. This info refers real stock object representing the record if given ID is available. If not available, this info refers what? This dummy proxy. This is dummy stock info object. But I want to return stock info object, either original or dummy. Okay, then we can go for this. Card repository test runner, guys. Say paste. String message is equal to, come on, stock service dot, come on, find stock details by idea. No. Display stock details by ID. What is that, guys? 1001. What is there? 1000. Other side, what we got? Okay, stock info now, boss. Stock info. Stock info. No, we have not called that method properly. Why it is giving exception then? Yeah, that's right. Display stock details by 1001. 1001 is available. We should return stock object, but it is throwing exception. Why so it is throwing exception? Company is company is marked non-null but null. Are nothing is there, Babu. We have taken one required arg constructor having non-null properties, right? But here while creating object, what is the stuff I am doing? I am passing null values, right, boss? I am simply passing what? Null value. So this is the headache part, right? So then what should I do? Either I should remove non-null onward. Non-null. Non-null means what? If I should remove non-null, then only it won't, it allows other all types of values. Then only it allows what? All types of values. Or you have to pass dummy values. You have to pass dummy object or dummy values, guys. Go to the runner class, not runner class. Okay. Tell me, guys. Here, triple X BAC, okay. The next one is what, guys? What's the fourth parameter? Price. Instead of null, can I put 0.0? Okay. Next one is what, guys? No one remembered. Price, available units. There also you can take 0.0. Lastly, what? Date and time, right? Lastly, what is that date? Date or date information? No. Available units only, price only, company. Company stock value, stock value is missing, you are saying? Okay, stock value also, I'll take 0.0. Yeah. What is the last one, guys? Available units. Now it should be okay. Total how many parameters? 6 are there. So look at the stock info.java. Look at the stock info.java. Available unit, price, company, exchange, stock type, stock name, stock ID. Okay, forget about it. I'm using parameterized one. That one, tell me here what is there, guys. ID I don't want to pass. Triple X, triple I. What is this? Stock name, stock type. This given by exchange name. Then what? Price. Company is also there. Huh? Okay. Next one. Price. Available units. Last one is optional way now. Okay, now it is coming properly. This is representing real data na dummy data na? Okay. Stock info guys. Tell me. Sys return info. Return info. Now let's see. What's the method I have taken here? Display stock details by ID. What's the method I implemented? Display stock details by ID. Thousand one SOP, this one, guys. Run as a Java application. For 1001 record is there. It came or not, guys? But what's the beauty, guys? Okay. Suppose I have given only one not. I have given not there. But dummy stock object will come or not? The dummy stock object will come into picture or not, guys? Run as Java. You will get dummy object, guys. Dummy stock info object. Yeah, triple X, double Y, exchange name BSC, all this stuff, right, boss? Yeah. Or else throw. If everything goes smoothly, return that entity object, throw the exception. Next, or else. Or else. It won't throw exception, guys. Nothing it will do, guys. Okay, return original object if our things are good. If not, they try to renewal it so that we can, okay, we can consider your request. Understanding my statement? Okay, boss. So this is about what method, guys? Find by ID method. Now I would like to ask one question. Whether this find by ID method performs lazy loading or eager loading in the database. Lazy loading of the record or eager loading of the record in the database table. Find by ID method, find all method, all these methods, guys. They perform what? They perform what by default? Eager loading. The moment you call the method, you don't worry about return value. Are you processing the return content or not? It really does not bother about all this stuff, right? What it will do, guys? It will happily interact with what? Database software, generate the SQL query and gets a one record. Gets one record. Gets one record. What it will do? It happily talks to database, gets a record, put into entity object. Okay, put into entity object and return, keep that entity object in optional object and return that optional object. Return that optional object. Are you getting my point there, guys? Yeah, tell me, I asked a question, whether it perform eager loading or lazy loading. Eager loading. Why? The moment you call the method, it will hit the database software, gets the record into result set object, puts into what? Entity object, and perform other activities, irrespective of whether you are catching that return value and using it or not. Method is called, method has to perform functionality. That's why, irrespective of what? The returned object is irrespective of what? Whether received object is utilized or not by application. Received object is utilized or not by the application. Convinced guys, got the point, my dear? I want reply. What do you mean by lazy loading? When you call the method, it won't hit the database software, it won't generate SQL query. But it returns one proxy object. When you show interest of utilizing proxy object by calling one or other method on it, then what happened? It will hit the database software, gets the data that is requested for proxy object, puts into proxy object, links proxy object is main object. Like this, it will make the things happening, boss. It will make the things happening. Engineering exam after 2 months, guys. On the day, on the first day, still 2 months time is there, na? Let's study later. 1 month completed. One more month is there, na? High priority works are there. Okay, let's prepare later. Exam week come, still week is there. Exam day come, that time will become tension. Right now, boss? That time will become what? Tension. In this whole process, tell me, the way you are writing exam, is eager writing a lazy writing? He is lazy writing a eager writing? It is delaying the process of writing exam as much as it can. Right, boss? Okay. Now tell me. No, sir. The moment you call the method, it is hitting the database software, completing activities on database software, irrespective of whether respective objects will be used or not. Irrespective of whether respective objects will be used or not. Then it is called as what? Eager loading. Eager means early. Exams are after 2 months, but today only you started preparation. After 1 week, you increased one more level. After 3 weeks, you increased more and more peak levels, right? That is comes under what, guys? Eager. Eager loading, early loading, all are one at the same place. Find by ID method performs what? Eager loading ka, lazy loading ka? Eager loading. Okay. How can you prove that one? Sir, how can you prove that practically? Everyone please observe. Uh, Go to runner class, comment this one. First optional one is there. This is optional one, na boss. This is optional one. I'm commenting all this stuff, guys. I'm commenting all this stuff, guys. Okay, I'm just calling and receiving optional object. Am I processing the optional object, guys? Okay. Did I start processing the optional object? Okay. Let's see whether it is still hitting the database software or not. Whether it is still hitting the database software or not. Whether it is still hitting the database software or not. Yes. It is still generating SQL query, still talking to database software, still sending and executing query in the database software. That means it will hit the database software and gets the record, irrespective of what, whether we use that record or not. So this is nothing but early loading or eager loading or not. Sir, is there any method performing lazy loading? In coming days, you will get it. Till that time, you wait it. As of now, find by ID method performing what? Find all method, early loading. Find all by ID, early load. In fact, almost all the method performs what? Early load. Because lazy loading delays the process a little bit or not, guys. Yeah. What is the process, guys? Database, find by ID called, internally select query executed, we get the result set object, right, boss? We'll get result set object with record or without record. So right now with record I'm showing, but there's a chance of getting without record also, right? Tell me. This record I copied into what? Optional object with the entity object. Understanding? If record is not there, empty optional object will be given. And the given object will go to whom, guys? From the given optional object, we call get method and we get doctor object. Here, there's no question of calling get method also. There's no question of getting any object, boss. Once again, check it out. Find by is called on database. Select query executed. We got results at object with what? One record. Or sometimes zero records also. Got it, guys? If it is one record, optional object is created having that one record, guys. Okay. On that optional object, when you call get method, then you will get real object. Okay, boss. Next one. No records are there. It will create what? An empty optional object. So that will happily go for a what? Execution. That will happily go for what? Execution. Empty optional object, we check the condition is empty or not empty. So indirectly to understand record not found, that's why not coming. Record not found, that's why not coming. I hope you convinced it, guys. Come on, everyone. Next, what we got, guys? Update object operation. What operation? But before that, I would like to give here a comment. What is the comment I want to give? This method performs early or what? Eager loading of the object. Super, guys. This method performs what, guys? Performs early or eager loading of the object. Object oblique record. That means the moment. The moment this method is called, the SQL query will be generated to fetch the records. Generated to fetch the record from DB table. What is there? Irrespective of what, guys? Irrespective of whether that record or object, will be used or not. What, guys? Will be used or will be used or not. This is called eager loading. See, though I commented entire optional API processing part, but still it is talking to database software. How can you feel that? Query generated means generated query won't sit idle. Always goes to what? Database software. Always goes to what? Database. Convinced, guys. Come on, everyone. Here what? Find by ID, execute the select query. Select query with the condition. You will get result set object. From result set object, record is gathered, kept into doctor object. Doctor object is kept into what? Optional object. On that optional object, we call get method. We get what? Doctor. Okay, guys. Next one. Here one record. Let us assume no record is there. Then what I will do, guys? An empty optional object will be created or not? An empty optional object will be created or not? I want reply, boss. Okay. Now tell me. Technically, find object operation is called load object operation. Why it is called load object? We are loading the record, putting into entity object before selling, right, boss? Putting into entity object. That means indirectly we are loading the record into object or not. We are loading the record into object or not, guys. That's the reason. Yeah, tell me. I want to do update object operation today. What operation, guys? Do you have a separate method to perform update object operation? Keep on telling this statement. What is the method we can use for multi-purpose? Save method we can use, right, guys? Okay. In the save method, you will give entity object. In that entity object, ID property value will be there. It will take that ID property value and checks. Is there any record in the DB table? Come on, I want reply, boss. Whose service, whose ID is available in the DB table? There are not there. If there, it will keep load the object and go for modification by generating update query. If not there, guys, what happened? Nothing will happen, no updation will happen. Okay, guys. But unfortunately, is there any separate update method for update operation? We have to call what method, guys? Save. You have to call what method, guys? Super. Which can be used for both save object, update object operation, because it internally uses what? em dot persist for save object operation and em dot merge for what? Update object operation. Em dot merge for what purpose, guys? Update object operation. Two types of update object operations are possible, guys. Fully object modification. And I want to modify all property values of the object. That is called what? Full object modification, guys. Except ID value insertion. And all these things will not do what? Insert activities, guys. This one. Full object modification. Uses repo.save method directly. Got it? Partial object modification. Okay. Use find by ID method and save method. Use find by ID method and what? Save method. Except ID property value, remaining of property value will be removed, guys. Okay, guys. Tell me. It is performing partial update operation. Other one is what? Full update operation. Full object modification. Where should I use full object modification? Where should I use what? Partial object modification. I'm going to show here. Yeah, doctor.html is registration page, guys. Okay, here, so many health related policies will be there or not there. In that situation, what happened, guys? In that situation, what happened? Register and update the doctor. Register and what? Update. So record insertion back to record updation. Come on, guys. Yeah, next one, partial object modification. What is that, guys? Partial object modification. I got a table. In each row, an hyperlink is there, guys. When you click on that hyperlink, we will get a form page with a text box with values. We'll get a form page with a text box with values or not, guys? Okay. We make ID property value as null value. Remaining properties we take, guys. Okay, X, Y, Z. Come on, guys. X, Y, Z. They will be formed as what? Condition, query by class condition. And will happily what? Fetches all the record belonging to what, guys? Belonging to given data. Given data. How is a partial updation, guys? Partial updation. When this form is launched, she can touch and fill few values. Few values we don't know. Few values we don't know. Only few values are there. Only we modify few values, and we are going for what? Only those modification. Only few properties modification we are doing in the object. That's why it comes under partial modification or not. I directly launch upload form. There only I pass the ID property. There only I pass the data. If I forget one, two thing, it will be problem or not there. So use it only for full object modification. But this one you have to use it only for what? Partial object modification. What object, guys? Okay, guys. This one we have to use partial. Report is there, already record is there, report is there means click on hyperlink edit. It comes to what? Separate form page. There except ID property remaining all things are open for modification. So the modifications are required as required done. And lastly, update object means record will be updated or not. In any project, they are directly providing form to update the record, guys. Update the data. Then this approach. No, they are first displaying. They are launching the form page having old data. They are allowing to modify and giving option to update the object. In that situation, partial modification is sufficient or not, guys? I hope you understood when full object modification is required, where partial object modification is required. Understood, boss? Example application on full object modification, guys. Register or update doctor. What is that, guys? If record is available, it will update. If not available, it will go for what? Insertion activity. It will go for what activity, guys? Insertion activity. See what I'm doing in service class? I got the record based on the given ID. That's good. OPT dot is present. Save method is called na for update object operation. Return doctor dot get doc ID. Come on. Details are not found. Otherwise, what happened? We can say doctor is saved with so and so ID value or not. Because save is multi-purpose method. Having same signature. Come on, guys. Yeah, that's a quite regular kind of application. Yeah, shall we try this one once? Where is that, guys? Services class? Yeah, let's have a look on this. It's a public method, guys. Come on. What is the method I'm taking, guys? Public method. Yeah, what is the one we want to do here, guys? Come on. Full object modification we want to see, right, boss? Full object or partial object? Full object modification we want to see, guys. Tell me. Public string modify modify stock info. Here I have taken what, guys? Stock info. Modify stock info, guys. Modify stock info. Check it out what I'm doing, guys. Optional T. What is there? Stock info. OPT is equal to, come on, guys. OPT is equal to, what is there? Stock repo dot STOS. Find by all. Find by all by idea. What is the one, guys? Find by ID. Find by ID, guys. We are checking whether record is available or not, guys. Tell me here what I'm going to do. Info dot get stock. If OPT dot is present. OPT dot what, guys? Is present. OPT dot is present. If it is available, what should I do? By passing complete object, I have to update the record or not, guys? Full object modification. Yeah, tell me. Stock repo dot. What is there? Save info. Stock repo na stock repo dot. Return. Come on, guys. Full object is modified. Else, what is there, guys? Record not found for updation. What is not found, guys? Record not found for updation. Simply, what is there? Record not found for updation. Okay, boss. Yeah, let's see runner class. This is going to be full object modification, guys. Okay. Except ID value, remaining all things you can take as what? New one, new values. Yeah. Tell me, guys, here, what is there? Try. Tell me, guys, try. Tell me here, what should I call? I need to call that method with the stock info object now. Okay. Stock info. Info is equal to stock info. Okay. I want to modify 1001 existing ID. Remaining everything I want to modify, guys. Come on. Yeah, what star? KFC price. I want to purchase. Uh, Stock type. Stock type is what? Regular? Food business. Food and beverages business. Next, exchange name. They have listed in what? New York Stock Exchange. What's the company, guys? What's the company? Who offer this one? Okay, generally, who offer this one? Meta company only. Next, double price, available unit. Double price, available unit. Price is 10.0. Available units is what? 3. Yeah. Sys out info. Yes, boss. Tell me here. Copy this, paste. Yeah. I'm going for full object modification, guys. Earlier, some other information has come, but this time, new info. The block must be closed automatically. Which one, guys? 70. Stock info. It is giving error here, boss. Add return statement. Okay. Record not found to execute. What is there? Return. I think instead of SOP, better to keep this message in. Perfect. Spell mistake, huh? Okay. Now perfect, guys. Tell me once again, check it out. Right click, run as Java application. Stock ID has come now, boss. Stock ID has come now, boss. Come on, I want reply. Okay, what is the another one I'm trying to pass, guys? Go to runner class. Okay, I'm going to give what? 23. 1301, right, guys? Yeah, not there. That is not there, guys. That is not there. When not there, I want to get the message or I want to insert it. Suppose you want to insert in the else block, you should write the logic for insertion. Okay, na? Okay, let's do that also. Session dot save. What is there? Info dot get stock ID. So it's not session dot. What is that? Repo data. Okay. Stock repo dot. Save this one. So into ID val is equal to ID val is equal to ID val plus record not found for what? Updation. Okay. ID val plus record not found. Here what we are doing, guys, if available, full object modification. If not available, okay. If not available, what happened? Record insertion. If not available, what is there, guys? Record inserted effectively. Record inserted nicely. Understood, boss? Right click, run as Java application. Yeah. Right now, we have done partial or full object modification, guys. Did I call the method after doing all this stuff? I think we have not called the method, guys. This is waste of practicals or not, guys. Try block. Tell me. Try block. Try block. String message is equal to. Try block. String message is equal to. Try block new string message is equal to. Here I will take a stock info object with new data, right, guys? This is my stock info object with the new data or not, guys? This is my stock info object with the new data. String 1031. Okay, I want to see insertion of 4001. Tell me, guys, what is there? Stock service dot. Tell me. Stock service dot. What is the method we got, guys? Just now we have taken one method, na? What is the method we have taken? Modify stock info. Stock service or stock repo na? I think it is a stock service only. Stock service dot. Tell me what is next one? Modify. Array modify is not coming, ra babu. In the interface, oh, in interface we did not declare a not declare a. Oh. High stock management service, say paste. In interface is not declared. Tell me, test runner, guys. Dot. What is there? Find stock details by idea. No. Modify stock in. Sysout MS. What is there, guys? Catch. Catch exception E. Exception E and E dot print stack address. Okay, now tell me, boss. 1041 record is there or not there? Not there. Not there means it will do what, guys? Insert activity or not? Run as Java application, guys. Here what it will take place? Insert operation should take place. Yeah, it is doing select operation. Okay. Okay. Then what? Immediately what? Insert operation. Select operation immediately what, guys? Because given ID value based record is not there. You run the same code with the small modifications. KFC1, BSC1, NSC1, this, okay, whatever it is. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Now you run the application here. Now you run the application here, guys. Yeah. Again, it is inserting a. Why? Why it is inserting a boss? Why it is always inserting 1041, right? Service IMPL. Okay. So get stock ID optional is present. Session dot save info. But every time it is going to what, guys? Insertion activity. Why so, guys? Based on stock ID, we are getting optional object. If present, what we are doing? Stock info dot save. Full object is modified, right, guys? Otherwise, we are trying to insert the record. We are trying to what? Insert the record. Okay. Yeah, it is doing insertion, guys. Because of what reason? Okay. Info dot get ID. Stock info dot get ID. 1 minute. It is pointing to which database other day? MySQL. Let me open MySQL because it is always doing insertion, not doing any retrieving. But that is what we studied earlier. Full object modification should happen, right, guys? Not the IDE boss. I need what? MySQL bench. MySQL bench. MySQL workbench, guys. It is always executing else block. I want to check. What's this? 901 DB. Select rows, guys. Come on. Is it the one? Is it the one? No. Stock info underscore tab. Stack info underscore tab. Yeah. What is the ID value, guys? 1000, 1006, 1007. Yeah. This is the reason. So now you have to pass what? 1006 here. What is the one I have to pass, my dear? Okay, code repository test runner. If I pass 1006 completely, come on. KFC2, food and beverages 2, NSC2, Meta 2, something like this. Okay. What is there? Meta 2. Okay, crude repository runner, guys. What runner? Crude repository runner. It will go to 1006 is already available. Available means it will try to perform update operation. Run as a Java application. It will do update operation. Check it out. It is doing update operation or not, guys. Select then update. Select then update. Understanding my statement, guys? Come on, are you with me? Full object modification. This is what? How can you say full object is modified here? Come on, guys. Except ID value, remaining all field values are taken new. When you call save method, it's checking. Having ID value already record is there or not there in database. Not there. It will do insert. Already there. Modify. ID value is very, very important here or not there. Super. Okay. With this, we completed what, guys? Full object modification. Form has come. Okay. It only selecting to type what? Employee number, remaining new data, asking to view and insert, guys. Come on. In that situation, this is useful or not, guys? Okay. Now let me upload the notes, guys. Yeah. Where is this? Spring Boot and microservices. What is there? 9 a.m. Data JPA. File upload. Right, boss? Yeah, where is this? 901. Spring Data JPA. What is today's date, guys? Array, today's one file is taken. First one. So we have a lot of varieties of method in finder operations. Okay, I think you understood when to go for full object and when to go for partial object. He's already displaying record, providing hyperlink to edit the record. Okay, in that situation, few modification. No, he is not giving anything, directly giving form. Okay, asking for go for what? Modification. Then we try to go for what? Full object modification. What object, guys? Right. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow.